Hey everyone, today we're checking out the Model S again. We've upgraded the headlights from old to new. Also got the taillights upgraded, and yeah, the front and rear bumpers can be upgraded too. So why are we modding so much stuff? Because I'm personally driving the Model S a lot. As long as I'm still driving this Model S, there's always going to be stuff to play with. And later we've got a high mount brake light coming. But today's star of the show is our Yoke steering wheel. Today, we're upgrading the old wheel to a new one. So, as you guys probably know, after the Model S came out in 2021, we have been trying to mod the steering wheel. At first, we tried to mold the factory yoke and made a yoke out of it. But man, that yoke was super heavy. Then later, we came out with another one, a factory style one. But its airbag was still based on the Model 3. I didn't really like that one much since I thought it didn't look great. Besides those two we just mentioned, there was actually another one. We then tried to mod the factory yoke. It used all factory parts except for the buttons and the circuit board, which we modified and added a decoder box too. Everything else was totally factory, but there were some programming issues, some coding problems. So it wasn't ideal, and the cost was really high. So we only sold one or two of those. Didn't really push it much because it was pricey, mainly because it was expensive. This one though, we genuinely think is a solid piece of work because it really is a one-to-one replica. It's made to mimic the factory design. So the feel and everything about it is basically super close to the 21 to 23 Yoke's feel. So yeah, we'll show you guys some of the details. The first thing you'll notice is the airbag. It completely follows the factory design. So if you used to hate the big airbag on the Model S or the one from the Model 3Y, which wasn't great either, they just didn't have that cool vibe. This one really nails the Tesla factory look, and all the buttons actually work. Like if I hit the right turn signal, it'll flash, it works. But it only flashes 3 times, so if you're used to driving a Highland, you might already be getting used to signaling like this. Like if you hit the high beams, it'll go flash, flash, flash. Over here is the horn. This one's designed to mimic the 21 to 23 S style. If I press here, it doesn't work. How do I honk? We press this button here. I won't show it here now as I am on the road. Then there's the wiper. Press it once. It wipes once. With a long press, it sprays water. Press it a few times and it'll keep going until you stop. Lastly, there's the voice function. Like, go to Panda Hotel. Yeah, everything works. No changes there. The left and right scroll wheels work the same as the old Model S wheels. No changes. So basically, all the original yoke functions are fully retained. Now, about the craftsmanship, it's really close to factory quality, and the issues the factory one has, this shouldn't have them. Because the factory 2021 to 23 yokes, they had serious peeling issues. Our leather wrap shouldn't peel. Its durability should be way better than the factory one. It's seamless, just like the 2021 to 23 M models, no stitching. The 2024 model actually has stitching. It's got a single stitch line. So what's the difference between 2023 and 2024? The 2024 has the horn in the center. The 2023 doesn't, but the 2024 has stitching, so it's not as sleek. You win some, you lose some. Alright, after talking about the upside, let's talk about its downsides. So, what are the flaws? First off, I've been driving it for a couple of weeks and tested all the issues. The main problem is the dashboard lights. You can see the panel lights. They're not as bright as the factory ones. The factory one adjusts its brightness based on your screen's brightness percentage. When I adjust it, it gets brighter. But even at 100% brightness, it's still a bit dim. At night, no problem, but during the day, when the sun's super bright, you can't really see these buttons clearly. When the car's off, the panel is completely black. That's the first flaw I've noticed. But I don't think it's a huge deal because if you're familiar with the buttons, you are okay without the lights. The second flaw I think is a bit more minor, and it's about the scroll wheels. So with our Model S, one scroll moves in one step, but the problem now is it takes two scrolls to move one step. Its sensitivity isn't as good as a factory one. So sometimes you have to scroll twice for it to register once. That's the second flaw. Lastly, for all the perfectionists out there, you'll notice there's a faint line here. This line is actually on the factory airbag too. You can check on Google. The seam is always there. It's the factory design. That line is just there. That's something we can't fix. The factory one's like that too. But if you're a perfectionist and you're like, wow, this line is annoying, then maybe don't pick this one. So if you're interested, PM us now. We've got stock available. So what models does it fit? Model S, Model X, and the older Model 3 and Y can use it too. Yeah, so if you really love the look of this yoke, message us quick. I'm Raymond, and we'll catch you in the next video.